Getting started with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is what we're going to be talking about in this session. And you are in the right place. Number one, if you want to learn what Bitcoin is all about. And number two, if you want to learn how others are making money from Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and you are in the right place if you need to avoid some of the pitfalls that people that are just getting started make, you are actually in the right place. And there's quite a number of things that you're going to learn from this session. Now, some of the topics that we are going to cover, I'm not going to explain everything that you're going to be covering, but we're going to cover quite a lot of things in this session so that you understand how to get started with Bitcoin. Number one, we're going to be looking at what is Bitcoin, who created Bitcoin. We're going to be looking at what determines the price of Bitcoin. Another thing we're going to be looking at, is it good to use Bitcoin or is bad? What are the good and the bad of using Bitcoin? And then we're going to be going through creating the Bitcoin account together, and I'm gonna be showing you how to send or to receive your Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies that you may need to know. And we're going to be looking at how other people are actually making money, ways to make money from Bitcoin. I'm going to be sharing some of my personal experiences or some of the things that I've actually learned from my friends that I've met throughout the journey. There's quite a number of things that you're going to be covering, so I'll be switching in between so that I explain all these and other things that I have in store for you. Who am I and why should you listen to me? That is a picture of me. My name is Kudakwashe Sapechuma, and my friends call me Kuda. I have this African long name, and some of you may have a hard time with pronouncing it. So if you call me Kuda, Kuda, that would be really, really amazing if you can't pronounce my full name. My online hustle started in 2011. So in 2011, that's when all these questions, I started asking myself questions about making money online, having time freedom, how can I make create time for my family, how can I use the internet to make money. So it has been a journey since 2011. I've come across quite a number of things, and I think what I know now is not everything, but what I know now is enough to help you from getting started to move on to the other steps that you may want to get to. And I want you to fast forward years, 2011 and to 2021, when I'm actually doing this video. I think it's about 10 years now. You can imagine during this time I've been able to launch my online businesses, what I call my digital assets, where I make money from and from the internet, and I've actually helped others to do the same, to make money from home and thanks to the internet. Probably you're actually at that stage where you're actually trying to figure out how it goes and things like that. Don't worry, don't compare someone else chapter 10 with your chapter 1. We all have been there, we all have started, so we know what it is like to get started. Now, a bonus for you, if you're gonna watch this entire video, I have a training course that I've actually done, which is called 8 Steps to Starting an Online Business. It's a training course. I'm gonna give you where you can actually get that training course at the end of this session. Trust me, the people that have gone through this training, they have been able to understand the mechanism behind making money online. But with that being said, this video is about Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, which we're going to be talking about. I want to tell you that, like I said, I'm not going to cover everything, and I may miss some of the things that you may want to know, or probably I would have explained some of these things, but you have this burning question. I'm going to show you how you can actually ask the questions on our forum. One of the things that I've done, due to a lot of questions that I get from on WhatsApp and things like that, we have created what is known as a forum. Now, on the forum, there are different topics that where people are actually discussing. Some other people are general questions, how to create your own website, among other things. Since this session is about Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, this is a forum for that. So all you have to do is, I'm going to add a link below this video that will take you to this forum, and click on it. As you can see that a lot of people have been asking questions. What is crypto? Someone has been asking, and then if I can actually click on that, and then open. I've been there to answer all their questions. As you can see, there's quite a number of questions that you can actually see right there. If you can actually scroll down, and my team members as well can be answering some of these questions for you. Now, like I said, you may have questions in between. All you have to do is to go to this website. I'm going to add a link to this video. It's called, below this video, it's called internetproclub.com. You go to the forum section. And then once you're there in the forum section, on the right forum, just click on where it says new discussion. It could be on your mobile or wherever. Just click on where it says new discussion. Now, when you come to this new discussion, all you have to do here is to type in your name. Okay. And then here you actually type in your email address. Okay. Type in your email address. And then where it says website, if you don't have a website, just put #key, okay? And then topic discussion. I need to tell you how you can be asking questions, okay? Let's say you want to ask about how to send money to South Africa through Bitcoin. You say, how do I send money to SA via Bitcoin? Okay. So basically, this is the title of what you want to ask, and probably you put a question mark. And then where here it says, you're going to see it's a bit light, but here it says type your discussion in. This is where you ask your question in brief. Try to explain what you've been doing, what you're trying to do, something like that. So some people may go like, hi, I've been asked to send money by someone from Facebook in Nigeria or whatever, okay, and they asked me about Bitcoin, blah 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 blah. You type your question, and then once you do that, you can actually hit enter. Okay, let me just correct that. Okay, and then you just click on post. Okay. So what's going to happen is, as you go through these sessions, you may have all these questions that you may actually have, and we're going to be answering all of them. As you can see, this is the post that I've actually made, the question that I've made. So if you have any questions, just head over to our forum at any given time. I'll be more than happy to give you answers right there. Now, let us look at the evolution of money. For you to understand what Bitcoin is, you need to understand the background about money. I'm going to break down some of these stages in life that we have actually went through so that you understand where we are coming from and where we are going. There was a time when there was barter trade, where people could exchange goods for goods. I'm sure you know this time. And some of our grandparents have actually told us about that time. And then we moved from that time, from barter trade to gold. People started using gold. And then from the era of gold, someone realized that we cannot carry a lot of gold. Now let us introduce what is called paper money. And right now, this is where we are actually living in. Most of us, we are actually using money, okay, paper money. And then there was someone who said, okay, carrying a lot of bags of money is just too heavy. Let us introduce what is called plastic money. These are the Visa cards, the MasterCards that we have been using. So if you want to look at the evolution of money during this space of time, you can see that we are moving from one stage to another. Now, I want you to think of a time when people were using barter trade and someone said, hey, let us start using gold. I want you to think of a time when people started using gold and said, hey, let us use paper money. I want you to think of a time when people moved from here to here. Some of the people, they don't even trust carrying bank cards because we are actually in that era. So it took people a lot of time to understand. And then now, my question for you that I need you to understand is that years from now, are we going to still be using all these? Okay, what is the next thing that is going to happen in terms of technology? No one really knows what it is going to be, but we all know that the way technology is advancing right now, there is something that is going to come. And that thing is called cryptocurrency. That thing is called what? Cryptocurrency. Now, let me explain what cryptocurrency is. Now, cryptocurrencies, some years back in 2008, it is believed that a group or a person or a group of people who referred themselves to Satoshi Nakamoto, they have created a digital currency which is called Bitcoin. Their idea, they wanted to create something that carries the same features with money. You can buy with Bitcoin, I'm going to show you what you can buy with Bitcoin, among other things. So in 2008, Bitcoin was created, and it is believed that the people that created Bitcoin, they are not known. They last communicated via a forum once the Bitcoin was introduced, and then they last communicated somewhere back in 2000, in years back. Now, that was the whole idea, and it is cryptocurrency. That was in 2008. I'm sure you've heard of stories about people who became rich overnight via Bitcoin, and it's a story that you cannot ignore. This is what the first inception or the first innovation with regards to the next evolution of money. After Bitcoin was created, then there was created Ethereum, not in that order actually, and then there was called another one that was called Doji, another one that was called Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, and quite a number of cryptocurrencies. And to this day, there is over 10,000 current cryptocurrencies that were created. So next time you hear the word cryptocurrencies, the word cryptocurrency, it refers to all these types of currencies. Within cryptocurrencies, there is Bitcoin. Within cryptocurrencies, there is Ethereum. Within cryptocurrencies, there is Doge and things like that. Okay, so this is the evolution of money and where we are and the definition of cryptocurrencies. Now, let us move on to our next point, where we're going to be talking about Bitcoin wallet. Okay. So there are two types of wallets that are around, around Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Number one is what is known as hot wallet, and the other one is cold wallet. Now, the hot wallet is a website. Basically, is a website where you can actually log in and keep your Bitcoins. And when it comes to cold wallet is more like a flash drive, a flash stick. You can actually do a research about this. Now, a cold wallet basically is recommended for people who keep large amounts of Bitcoin. They'll be taking their Bitcoin off the internet, and it will be on a flash stick, and then they can actually offload the Bitcoin on a later stage. So there are different types of cold wallets that you can actually use. Some of them, they are one time. When you store Bitcoin, you just have to offload Bitcoin once. Sometimes you can actually do on and off things. So with this lesson, we just have to focus on this one because this is what most people are actually using. So you can actually do a research about this so that you can learn more about it. In this example, I'm going to show you one of the wallets that I've been using, which is called Blockchain, and we're going to be creating an account together so that you see how it works. And in Zimbabwe, this is one of the most popular ones that is used. And in Zimbabwe, again, some people, they use what is known as Coinbase. I'm going to add links to these websites. However, there is a bit of a challenge if you're actually doing this from Zimbabwe, because you may not be able to connect your bank cards and things like that, which you're going to be talking about on a later stage. So right now, let us look at creating your Bitcoin account. Before you I'll actually explain how to create your Bitcoin account, I just need to explain this website, Blockchain. So now Blockchain comes with quite a number of things. Number one, it has got a wallet. It has got an exchange. An exchange is whereby you can actually, remember I spoke about cryptocurrencies, you can actually exchange Bitcoin to another currency. I'm going to be showing you just to do that. And then the Explorer and the other things that they have here, you can actually learn, you can actually look at the charts, open source, research, careers, and quite a number of things that you can actually use. Now, we're going to be talking about the Explorer on another stage, and we're going to be talking about the exchange and the other stuff. So If you scroll down the website, it also comes with a mobile application. As you can see here, you can actually install the mobile application, but this time around I'm going to be working on the web version. So in order to create an account, all you have to do is to click on sign up. Okay, click on sign up. Once you click on sign up, you will be prompted to enter your details right there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to enter my email address. Okay, and then I'm going to enter my password. So let me just enter another password again. Okay, I hope I got that correct. Okay, so one thing that I want you to understand is that when you're actually creating an account on blockchain, make sure you write down your passwords, because at the end of the day, if you lose your password, you may not recover your password at all. So you may not recover your bitcoins again. So as you can see here, they've actually written here that you need to agree to these terms and conditions. Understand that blockchain never stores passwords, therefore cannot recover or reset passwords. If you lose access to my wallet, must use private key, okay, to access my funds. I'm going to show you how to create your private key so that you can actually access your funds. So basically what they're saying is that if you lose your password, some other websites, when they actually lost their password, it's just like forget password and then you're in, you access your funds. It doesn't work like that. So let me just go ahead and create my password and create my account. As you can see, wallet created successfully. This is the message that actually comes up, and I'm just waiting for the screen to refresh and show me the next thing. Okay, and here they say we have sent a verification link. Please check your email for verification. And as you can see here, a pop-up has actually come. This is what is known as my password keeper. Okay, it's actually my password keeper. Before I check the email, let me just show you how this password keeper works. So each time I enter a password on a website, it asks me to save. So if I go to this website, this is the website. It's a password management, okay, software. Is called LastPass. I'm gonna add a link to the LastPass website, and you see how you can actually use it. Okay, I use that. Or if you don't want to use LastPass, I recommend if you log into your Gmail account, I've logged into my Gmail account, you can go to these three dotted lines, these 9 dots, I mean, okay, these ones. Okay, I'm going to show you how I store, you can actually store some of your passwords and how I do it as well. So what you do is you click here on where it says docs. Okay, once you click on docs, it will take you to a page like this. So this, like an online storage, it's not really secure, though. If someone has access to this, that means they can actually access your details. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter my Bitcoin account details. So basically this is much better than writing in a diary. Okay, so my username is my email, and then here you enter your password. Okay, if your password is 1234556, you just enter that. So we're going to keep this document open because we're going to come back to it many times. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to my email address, and then I'm going to open this email from blockchain, and they've actually created my account. And as you can see that I verified this is my email. That means all the updates and anything that happens within your account will be sent into your email. Like when you send out bitcoins, when you receive bitcoins, you can actually do that. So I'm just going to click yes, that's my account. That's the step you go to, and then your email is verified. And then the next thing that you want to do right now is actually to log in your account. And then what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to click on that, and then I'm just going to click on login. You enter your details to log in. Now a message is going to pop up that says authorize login. That's how the system is set. And then now an email has been sent to me to say, did you also authorize to log in? And then I say yes, authorize login. Okay, I'm actually giving permission for the system to actually log in, and then it says login authorized. Okay, and then I'm going to come back to this browser. Okay, this should actually change, and then now I'm actually logged in. So I wanted to pay very close attention to the emails that I actually got. Now I'm going to go back to my emails. These are the emails that I got. The first email, okay, as you can actually see, I want you to follow this. The first email said verify your email address. Okay, I've created the account and it was telling me to verify, to say yes, I'm the one that have requested to open the account. So if you don't verify the email address, each time someone wants to log in, then you won't be able to have access to that. And then here it says device. Just because you are actually logging probably from a new internet connection, is gonna ask you for approving the device. Once you approve the device, when you try to log in, then another email comes back again to say, did you say you want to log in? And then you have to authorize again. So you may be getting a lot of these emails, and it can be confusing sometimes. And then another thing that I want you to know is that when you actually logging in your account, you may be asked to use an email address, or you may be asked to use the wallet ID. The wallet ID is this one at the bottom of every email that you receive. Now, instead of using the email address, you can use the wallet ID. This is just like a good example is like you going into the authorities and then they ask you for a passport. Like, can you show us proof of ID, which is your passport? Or they can ask you to say, show us proof of ID, and they ask for your driver's license. So it's the same person, same thing. So this could be the email, this could be the wallet ID. So these are the wallet IDs, which is the long number. It's actually an identifier that identifies your account. I hope that's really clear. Okay, it's getting exciting, isn't it? Okay, now we are logged into our blockchain account. This is the login, the logged in platform. So let us do a little bit of an overview of a tour so that you understand what we are doing. And then I've just refreshed my page, and then it's logged me out. Okay, again, it has sent me an email. You may be experiencing all this. Okay, let me just authorize again. Just need to authorize this login. Okay, tight security. Okay, let's see. We come to this page. This should automatically log me in. Okay, now I'm logged in. Now we need to do a little bit of a tour in terms of what we just have right there. So the first thing that you see is this page. Number one, you click send. Send is where you need to, if you need to send someone bitcoins. And then number two, if you need to request, okay, if you need to request bitcoins, if you need someone to send you bitcoin, okay, we're going to be explaining how to do that. And if you need to swap, okay, if you need to swap, remember the example that I've actually given you. You can actually swap Bitcoin and Ethereum. These are the other Bitcoins that are the cryptocurrencies that I've been actually talking about. So you can actually convert one from another, okay? And then buy or sell Bitcoin, it's actually possible to do that. You can actually buy within this platform or sell. Unfortunately, for people in Zimbabwe, you may not be able to buy, but there is a use case of someone who has been able to sell. The Bitcoins were sitting in his account and they were able to sell, and then the money got into their Visa card, okay? And then if you want to earn interest, okay, you can actually click there and then click on the earn interest thing. And then there is prices, if you want to click on prices. So this is where you need to check the price for Bitcoin. You can actually do that. And then to check the price for Bitcoin, as you can see, one Bitcoin right now is about 46,000. And then these are the other currencies that are there. And then Ethereum is 3,000. Bitcoin Cash is that. Another one. The list goes on. And like I told you, these types of coins have been created, and they are more than 10,000. They are more than 10,000 now. So someone may ask, can I buy a fraction of a Bitcoin? Yes, you can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. Like you can buy, this is one Bitcoin is going for 46,000 the time that I'm actually doing this video. You can actually buy for $7, $10, $20 and things like that. And then there's what is known as airdrops. Airdrops basically is a program whereby when the people they are launching the cryptocurrencies, they can actually send you a bonus, a promotion. So think of airdrop as a promotion that they actually give you. And then the exchange is the same thing as this one that it says where you can actually connect and exchange currencies. Okay, now let us go back to the overview, and then this is the amount, the balance that I actually have. I have 0.0. All my coins, they're actually 0.0. Okay, now this, what you're looking at now, is the price chart. Okay, so it simply means that if you look here, it means that Bitcoin price dropped and then it went up a little bit, it dropped, it went up a little bit, it dropped, it went up, dropped, it went up, dropped, it went up, dropped, it went up, and then right now it's like it's not to drop. And so what I want you to notice is that if the Bitcoin price is at 46k right now, it may go down to 40,000. It may go up to 50,000. So the Bitcoin price or the cryptocurrency's price, it actually fluctuates. Okay, so that leads us to number one point of where and how people can actually make money with Bitcoin is by buying and selling. I'm going to cover it on a later stage in terms of doing that. So once you create your Bitcoin account like this, the very first thing that you need to do, very first thing that you need to do, in case you forget your password, is to go to where it says security. Now the security is somewhere where you can actually put the features that you want to put. Number one, the feature that you can put is the email. Do you remember that each time I wanted to log in my account, it was actually asking me to check my email? So that's the first thing that was done. And there is two-step verification. This is whereby you can actually there's two-step verification, and this is whereby you can actually use SMS and codes to protect your account. Let's say if you want to log in your account, an email, instead of getting an email, you can actually get an SMS on your phone. You can actually enable that. If I click on enable, that means I need to select the method that I need to use. If you want to put your mobile number, you can actually do that and put your mobile number. Okay, this is just like adding security to your account. And then the very important one that you have to do is the recovery phrase. Okay, now remember the recovery phrase on when you're actually creating your account. Let us read this together. I want us to read this together because it's one of the things that are really important when you're actually creating your account on blockchain. Now, your secret recovery phrase to recover your wallet in case your password lost, please write down this whole phrase, blah 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 blah. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna click on recovery phrase. This is what is going to restore your bitcoins in case you lose your computer, in case you lose your device. And then I'm gonna click here on view my private key. Now all these is the information. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna select that, I copy that, I go to my document. Where is my document? And then now my document here, I paste that. I'm gonna paste that. I'm gonna paste that. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6. I'm gonna come back to my, let me come back to my, and then here I click next, and then I copy number 7. Okay, number 7, number up to number 12. Okay, this is what I have. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit next. Okay, so in order to confirm that I've actually I need to set this up, they're gonna ask me, please enter the words that match below. The 10th word. Okay, come here. The 10th word is what? Snap. I'm just gonna copy that. Okay, and paste that. I'm gonna come here. Okay, I didn't read that. And then the first word. Now the first word is cruel. Okay, and then I'm going to enter the first word, and then let me close some of these pages. And then what we have, 9th, 2nd, and 6th. Ninth word, super. And then okay, it's super, yeah. And then 6th word is useless. Okay, 6th word that's there, it's going here. And then second word is what? Humble. Let me just correct something here. Okay, and then I'm just going to click on confirm, and then it says success. Now I've actually added the this second phase. I just need to correct here. Super, it's super, yeah. And then this is now saved. Make sure you keep this safe. I repeat, keep this safe. Now this is now, it means now I've actually set my backup phrase. If I lose my account, if I want to access my bitcoins, I can actually use the phrase. So a lot of people, this is what happened. I can attest, a lot of people, some people that I know, they've bought Bitcoin, and then once they bought Bitcoin, they forgot to set this up, and then they forgot their wallet addresses, and when the price for Bitcoin went up, they wanted to access their accounts, and then voila, they couldn't because they didn't set this this feature. Now I think we have covered quite a lot right now, and what I'm gonna do is, before I continue to the let me just cover here the advanced stuff, and then you can actually change the password, and then you can actually remember two-step. If you want to enable this, you can actually do that. And then IP whitelist. Now this is the IP whitelist is whereby if you're using different computers to connect to your account, you can actually add some IP addresses there. IP login restriction, if you need to block someone, an IP, if you need to wallet access Tor, this what is known as a Tor browser, a type of Google browser, or a type of Mozilla browser. So if you want to block those, and then IP access, and quite a number of things that you can actually see there. Okay, let me see. Okay, and then again, you can actually go on the gear icon. There is a gear icon right there. Let me just go there, right at the corner. There is a gear icon that you see right there. I'm just going to click on that. There are some other options that you can actually use there. Let me just click on it. And there is general. Okay, now the general basically is where you can actually add your bank card, but in Zimbabwe you can't use a bank card. And then if you want to read about the other stuff, and then your wallet ID, I've explained about this. And then if I can actually go on limits. Now limits, we are looking at all these other stuff, they are logged. Right now your account can actually send and receive. And if you need to unlock all these things, that means if you click here, you have to upload your proof of document and proof of stuff of residence and other stuff. Okay, and then here preferences, if you prefer to verify your mobile number, you can actually do that. Your currency, if you want to do that, and then notifications, if you want to do that. Themes, okay, if you want to use dark theme and things like that, you can actually, if I need to go with dark mode, if I need to go with default, you can actually auto log out, crypto link handling, and quite a number of things. You can actually play around with these. Okay, and then here wallet addresses, I'm gonna cover wallet addresses in another lesson. So basically that's about it. Let me just shift gears a little bit and cover another session, and then we can come back to sending and receiving bitcoins so that you understand. Let's look at who uses bitcoins and cryptocurrencies, and what are some of the methods that are used in terms of making money through what you are just learning now. So as I actually give you these examples, what I want you to do is that I want you to think outside the box in terms of how you can actually tap into one of those points and actually make some money. So again, you also want to think of the type of people that are doing that and how they are actually using Bitcoin. In Zimbabwe, they are actually using Bitcoin like that. Number one, there's what is known as affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing is one of the things that I do on the internet to make money. So this is how it works. So let's say there is a company that is that I'm promoting and things like that. A good example is a company called Deriv. Okay, now Deriv is a company that does forex trading and things like that. Now Deriv says if you bring customers to us, we're going to pay you a commission, and you can choose to have your commission by other means, or you can actually choose to say I need my commission in Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, and they can actually send you that money. This is just an example of affiliate marketing. There are so many companies that pay you affiliate commissions in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies if you promote their products. Number two, accepting Bitcoin as a form of payment. So we live in a world whereby people wants to send money across each other. Okay, let's say you do a job or you run a business and you can actually start selling your products via Bitcoin. But this is an exercise that is not approved by many financial institutes or like governments, because Bitcoin does not pass through their reserves. Okay, and then online gigs. I've got a friend who is a writer. He does writing for this other company, and then when he writes, he is paid in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. And there is some investments, and I want you to know that there are actually two types of investments when it comes to this. Number one, there is a real investments whereby you can actually invest via Bitcoin and get rewards in Bitcoin or other cryptocurrencies. And at the same time, there are scam investments. So what you just have to know is that there are scam investments whereby they promise you to say we are a Bitcoin company, invest in us, we pay you this much. It comes in different forms. Sometimes it comes in the name of forex trading, sometimes it comes in the name of network marketing, sometimes it comes in different the scams comes in different forms. Sometimes someone approaches you on Facebook that they are Bitcoin traders and things like that. So yeah, be aware of scams, but there's also some real companies with real people that are actually doing some investments. And then there's buying and selling of Bitcoin. I'm actually inactive on this one in terms of buying and selling. What it simply means is that you can actually buy and sell Bitcoins to someone who needs them. So you buy them at a lower price, and then when the price goes high, you can actually sell them. Probably this is called holding as well, but I'm actively involved in helping people that need to acquire Bitcoin in Zimbabwe, and then I can actually make a commission out of me being a middle person, because I just connect the buyer to the seller, and then I make my commission. There's quite a lot of people who are actually doing that anyway. And there's what is known as crypto trading. Remember, we spoke about the other types of cryptocurrencies and other Bitcoins. So what happens is that someone can actually exchange Bitcoin for Ethereum, okay, ETH. That is called crypto trading. You're gonna hear about it a lot, and I've got some friends who are actually doing what is known as they are using robots, like a robot. They can actually do the trading on their behalf. I'm not going to cover everything, but I can tell you that there is so much more, okay? So much more, so much method that people use in terms of acquiring Bitcoin and things like that. There's quite a lot of people in Zimbabwe, and the numbers are actually growing. I'm sure, like you've been hearing Bitcoin for a lot of times, and you just want to learn about it. That's why you're actually going through this lesson. So yeah, let's actually move on, and I'm going to show you how to send and receive Bitcoins. We are looking at sending and receiving Bitcoins. So one thing that you need to understand is that all these cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Stellar, have got what is known as a Bitcoin address. I want you to think of a Bitcoin address as your bank account. Now, as you can see right now, this is your balance, okay? And if someone sends you money to your Bitcoin account or to your Ethereum account, everything is going to add up to your balance. Let's say you've got 2 year and you've got 5 year. So here is going to reflect as 8. Okay, here you've got 5, like I said, 5, and then 2 there. Okay, here it's going to reflect as 7. Okay, if you've got additional Bitcoin Cash, it's going to reflect as 8 and things like that. So now in order to receive any of these, either from, like I said, from someone who is paying you or activity that you're actually doing, you go where it says request. Okay, you go on the request option. Now, once you go on the request option, it's going to show you all the wallets. There is quite a lot of different cryptos right there. And then on Bitcoin, there is Bitcoin private key, there is trading account, there is private wallet, trading account, private wallet, trading account. Really, for now, don't worry about the difference on private account or trading account. Just if you need to receive Bitcoin, just use this one that says private key, and then you can actually, if you need to receive Ethereum, you do the same. So let us say someone wants to send us some money, and then what we're going to do is just going to click on that, and then once we click on that, a QR code is going to come up, and then the Bitcoin address is this one. So now think of the Bitcoin address as if you're giving someone your bank account number. So what you do is you can actually take a screenshot of this and send them, or you can actually copy this. Let me just highlight this. Okay, copy that. Let me go back here to my document, and then let's see what I copied. Okay, and then this is the Bitcoin address. If someone wants to you to send the money, you can actually send them that. Make sure you copy them what you copy. Make sure you send them what you copied. Don't send them this one, because I'm gonna receive your money and I'm not gonna give you back. So let me just click on this copy, the blue button, and maybe show you the difference. If I'm gonna paste here, okay, that's it. That's the Bitcoin address. And then let us go again. If I'm gonna go back here, and then let's say I selected the trading account. Now the trading account, as you can see, get trading access, send and receive instantly, verify your account, and things like that. You're gonna see that you need to verify your account in order for you to use the trading account. And then without you getting verified, you can still receive and send Bitcoins. So you can actually enter these details if you need to do that, but in this video I'm not going to do that. Okay, so again, if you need to if I click on go back, if you need to receive Ethereum, you just click on private key, and then here you can actually copy this, and then let me just type in here to say this is the Bitcoin, and then now this is the ETH, Ethereum, and then I'm going to paste there. As you can see, this is the Ethereum address. Now, one thing that I want you to take note of, if you send someone the wrong Bitcoin address, you may never recover your Bitcoins at all. You may never ever recover your Bitcoins at all. So that's basically what you do if you need to send, if you need to request, if you need to receive Bitcoins, you send someone this address. Okay, that is what you send to them. And then now let us look at the idea of sending sending someone Bitcoins. But in order to do that, I'm going to send myself some Bitcoins. I'm actually going to use this address, and then I'm going to send Bitcoins to this account so that you see how it works. Before I show you how to send the Bitcoins, I want to introduce you to something that is called the Blockchain Explorer. Now, blockchain also is a Bitcoin ledger. What I mean by a Bitcoin ledger is that all the Bitcoin transactions, irrespective of which account you're using, Coinbase or any other thing, is recorded on the blockchain platform. Okay, so all you have to do is to click on where it says Explorer. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna copy my Bitcoin address. Okay, this is my Bitcoin address. This is my Bitcoin address. I'm gonna copy that, and I come to blockchain. I click on Explorer. So on Explorer, there's something that you have to learn as time goes on. But as you can see, there is Bitcoin Explorer, Ethereum Explorer, and other things. Okay, as you can see, there is price, blocks, and then miner. One of the ways to make money from Bitcoin is Bitcoin mining. So I'm going to explain again. I'm going to touch base, not in depth about the Bitcoin mining, but as you can see, this actually shows some of the mines that are actually the Bitcoins that are being mined. And then at the same time, there is the latest transaction. Now, as you can see, that there is 70 Bitcoins that we actually sent. This is actually about 3 million. And then someone sent 0.0, 0.10, 0.028. All the Bitcoin transactions are actually being recorded right there. So what does it mean? If you're going to send someone some Bitcoins, if you're going to send receive some Bitcoins, everything can be recorded here. And guess what? I did not log into my account. Okay, I did not log into my account. I can do this outside blockchain. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna paste my Bitcoin here, and then I'm gonna enter on the search bar. Now, what this tells me about this Bitcoin account, I can actually change the price. And what this tells me about this Bitcoin account is that no money no transaction has been ever done. No money was ever received, no money was ever sent, and the balance on this account is 0. Remember, this is my Bitcoin account that I need to send Bitcoins to. So this is what you also have to learn. I'm going to show you, let me show you on another Bitcoin address that you can actually, so that you can do so that you can actually compare. Now I have a different Bitcoin address. What I'm just going to do here is I'm just going to come here, and then I'm going to paste this Bitcoin address, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press enter on my computer, and then it's going to ask me that I need to search on the Bitcoin address or the BCH. BCH simply means Bitcoin Cash, and then I'm going to select the Bitcoin. So what it simply means right now, in this Bitcoin account, the money there was over about 100 transactions done. The total amount that has been received, the total amount that has been sent, and the balance, the final balance in this account is $81. As you can see, these are the transactions that has been happening in this account. This information is available to the public. So if someone wants to send you some money, you can actually go there and see, using this explorer, to see if they have sent you, if they've truly sent you some Bitcoins. So with that being said, let us actually go into the actual sending of the Bitcoin so that you see how it works. Now, this is my other Bitcoin account that I need to send money from, so that I can send money to the account that we've just created. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to copy this Bitcoin address. Make sure you copy as it is. Make sure you do this correctly, okay? Now, as you can see, the balance that's there is 149. This is not the balance. This is the USD price. This is the Bitcoin price, okay? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click on send, okay? And then a pop-up is going to come. And then now I'm going to explain how this all works. I'm going to... So the currency that we need to send Bitcoin. You can actually click that. If you need to send Ethereum, if you have money there, you can actually do that or select these other options. And then if you have from here, it's actually asking you like which wallet do you want to send this money from. Let me just explain the wallet part, because I've got quite a lot of Bitcoin addresses under one account. Let me see if I can get a blank space so that I can actually make sense out of here. Okay, so this is how it works. Let's say you've created your Bitcoin account. This is your Bitcoin account, okay, and this is your main Bitcoin account. Under your Bitcoin account, you've got account 1, okay, you've got account 2, you've got account 3. Think of it this way: you are a shop owner. This is a supermarket, okay, this is a supermarket, and there is till number 1, and there is till number 2, and there is till number 3. All these till, at the end of the day, when they receive money, they bank all that money into this one big account. Okay, so think of it that way. Even if you have different Bitcoin addresses, you can still get the money into that one account. I hope I got that clear. And let me just go back here, and to create a Bitcoin, another Bitcoin account, you should be verified, and you just go on the general, and then you go on the wallet and addresses. Once you click there, and then you can click and go and say manage, and then create a new Bitcoin address. And why do you have to do that? It's just a preference that you want to do, so that you can actually manage your addresses, where the money is coming from. If you've got different avenues that the money is coming from, you can actually do that. So let me go ahead and click send. That was the explanation here. And so here I'm going to select one of my Bitcoin account, which is this one that I need to send money from. And then here I'm going to paste the Bitcoin address. Remember the Bitcoin address from the other account where I need the money to go. Okay, so the Bitcoin address is just like an account number. Okay, and then how much am I gonna send? So here there is value in US dollar, and there is value in Bitcoin. Now if you need to switch that, let me just go here, and then I'm gonna say I need to send $10. Now $10 against the Bitcoin value is 0.0022025. And then here on the description, this is really this is optional. You can actually say I'm just gonna say lesson. Okay, this is optional. And then there is what is known as the network fee. Like I said earlier on, I'm going to explain about the mining. Okay, I always want to go back to my drawings. As you can see that for me to send $10, let me see if I'm going to send $100. If I'm going to send $100, how much am I going to be charged? I'm going to be charged 71 cents. And this is the network fee. I can actually put it on regular, or I can put it on priority. Let me see if I put it on priority, how much it is going to be. Customize, let me say priority. It's actually the same. Okay, but let me just click on cancel here. Okay, I can't select priority to, or I can't select regular. I can't change that. But for me to send $100, it's 71 cents. If I'm gonna send $10 again, it's gonna cost me 71 cents, and I'm just gonna click on continue. But let me go back to my drawing board and explain this network fee and how it works. Okay, now when you're sending Bitcoins, let me just give you another good example as well. Is that this is the bank. I want you to understand this and follow this properly. This is the bank, and this is person 1, and this is person 2 that they need to send money. So what you do is you send money, and then the money goes via your bank, and then your bank is going to approve the transaction, and then the person 2 receives money. And then guess what happens here? Guess what happens? What happens is that a bank is going to charge you a fee, okay, to send that money so that this person can actually receive. So what the bank is going to do here, the bank is going to confirm. Okay, the bank is going to confirm the payment, and then the recipient is going to receive your money. Okay, and then the money, the fee goes to the bank, the money is subtracted here, and the money is actually added right there. Now, I want you to think of let me just get another color there. If I get green, probably it's going to make sense. Now, in Bitcoin or all the transaction about cryptocurrencies, just replace the bank with a person called a miner. Okay, it can be a company, it can be a person, it can be an organization, but these people are called miners. Now, this is person A sending Bitcoin. They need to send Bitcoin to person B. There has to be someone who actually confirms the amount, the transaction, and the transaction here is confirmed, and that is the fee that we are being charged, and this fee goes to what is known as the miner, as the Bitcoin miners or the cryptocurrencies miners. They confirm that the transaction has been sent, and then only when that is done, person B is going to receive the money. I hope you get me right. Okay, let us continue. Now let us go back to our chart here. So as you can see, this fee actually changes. It goes up and down, up and down. Sometimes it can be very high, sometimes it can be very low. Okay, but in most cases it's very low. So I'm just going to hit estimation confirmation times in about 1 hour. the money is going to be sent. Now, if I go on priority, it's more like I'm saying I need to go with the VIP option to send my money. I want the money to go in much quicker. So I'm just gonna, let me send 20. Let me send 10. 10 is fine. 10 is still fine for this lesson. And then I'm just gonna click send, and then it's gonna ask me that, okay, this is what you need to do, confirm you need to send, and then I'm just gonna hit send. For my account, I've added a second password. Like when I need to send bitcoins out, it's gonna ask me for a password. So it's an option. You may not do that, or you may do that if you want. And then I'm just gonna click on confirm after I enter the password, and then I wait, and then a pop-up is gonna come to say that you have actually sent the bitcoins. As you can see, the money in my account has been deducted by $10.71. Now, let's say you're the person who is receiving the bitcoins. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to check your balance. Okay, so in this case, someone can tell you that I've sent you a bitcoin, I've sent you a bitcoin. I've seen a lot of newbies that actually get stuck on this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna copy again the bitcoin address. This is my bitcoin address. Okay, you're receiving bitcoin address, and then we're gonna go back again to blockchain. Now we need to check if truly the person has sent us some bitcoins, and then I'm gonna come here. I'm gonna come here and then press enter. Okay, and then as you can see from the time that I've just shown you, let's just switch from Bitcoin to USD. I've checked my Bitcoin account. I've seen now there is one transaction that was done, and the total amount that was received was 10, and the total amount that was sent is 0, and then the final balance is $10 in this Bitcoin account. Okay, so this is what you can actually see to say that now the Bitcoin has been truly been sent. But now where it says unconfirmed, it simply means that the miners have not confirmed the transaction. So probably if they have not confirmed the transaction right here, you may log into your account, but you may not, you may see your balance that it's 0. So what it means, it means the person who said they are sending you the money, yes, they have sent the money, and it's yet to be confirmed. So the process can take instantly, or it can be instant, or it can take some hours. So this is where again some of the people get scammed Bitcoin, because you can send someone some money, and then when someone says I've sent you, it's being confirmed. In that process, a lot of people have lost some money. So you need to understand this. Now, that's how the first way you check before you log in your account. Okay, if you connected your Bitcoin account to your cell phone, then you may receive a message to say someone has sent you some cell phones, some Bitcoins. I mean, now I'm gonna tell you again. There is what is known as the transaction ID, or the hash ID. The hash ID is proof that you can actually send to someone to say that you have actually sent someone some Bitcoins. So coming back to this place, okay, where you've pasted your address and things like that, this is where you paste the Bitcoin address of the receiving partner or the sending partner. Okay, and then what you see here is code hash. Okay, this hash. Okay, this is the transaction ID. Okay, now some other people may want proof of payment. A lot of newbies, when they're just getting started, when they want proof of payment, they accept screenshots. But if you're gonna do this, never accept a screenshot of a Bitcoin transaction, but ask for the hash ID. Now if you click here on where it says hash, it will take you again to a page like this. Now this is your hash ID. Okay, if someone says, can you send me hash ID for the proof of payment that you have done, this is what they will be actually referring to. So if you give them this, they can actually see if the transaction has been sent or not. Another way of doing that is to actually copy this whole link, okay, and then you can actually send them. You're going to learn about this as we go forward, as we move forward. So if you have any other questions, go to our forum and then ask the question right there. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna log out of this account, and I need to see in my other account if I have actually received the bitcoins. Okay, I'm just gonna log out of this account. Now I'm back into that other account that we created earlier on, the new account, the brand new account for this lesson. As you can see that now my balance in that account is $10. But you've just sent $10. How come it's $10 and 1 kuda? Can you explain what is happening? So remember, the price for the cryptocurrencies, they go up and down. Okay, let me just try and just get a better ink here. The price for Bitcoin, it goes up and down. It goes up and down. So as you can see right there, is that in the past 24 hours, I think it has dropped down by 2%, and then it can double up in 24 hours. It has happened. It has happened. It can drop in less than 24 hours. It can happen. So this is why you see an increase. So if someone sends you Bitcoins, you may see that your price, your money is actually going down or up, going down or up, going down or up. Okay, so that's basically, now we have actually received our Bitcoin. And if I can check back in my account, okay, when we created the 12 phrase, okay, the 12 phrase, we got an email as well to say you've successfully created this 12 phrase. Now when I wanted to log in again at this time, I was actually asked to authorize. And then now a lot of people, they confuse a Bitcoin address and a wallet ID. So basically this is the wallet ID. Okay, let me just copy this wallet ID. Okay, and then I'm going to show you the difference. Okay, I'm going to come back here. This is our Bitcoin address and this is our wallet ID. Let me just paste there. Okay, let me just say wallet ID, and then Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin address. Remember how we got our Bitcoin address? I'm sure you can actually remember that. Now, if you look at these two, let me just yeah, okay, that's wallet address. If you look at these two, you're going to realize this is a long, ugly number with letters and numbers, small letters, capital letters, and this is a long, ugly number with letters and small letters and numbers as well. You're going to realize that the wallet ID is used to log into your account. You can use to log in your account, or you can use the email to log in. Okay, this one, Bitcoin address, is used to receive. What's the word? Receive your Bitcoins. And then the difference between these two is that the wallet ID has got some hyphens. If you look at it, there's all these dashes on the wallet ID. All these dashes. Okay, a lot of people, when they're doing this for the first time, I tell them, can you send me your wallet address? They send me the wallet ID. So you need also to take note of that. So we're almost coming to the end of our session. I guess this session was really, really informative, and for someone who is actually new, you may not grasp most of the concept in one time, but if you do it over and over again, you're going to learn about it. So let us actually move forward, and what we're looking at now is how to buy and sell Bitcoin. So someone may be asking, if I have the Bitcoin in my account, how do I get the cash? How do I get the cash in my hand so that I can actually buy something? So in some other countries, you can actually use Bitcoin to buy or sell goods. I'm going to show you some examples of websites that are actually, or you can actually Google, in fact, go on the internet and search for companies that accept Bitcoin in Zimbabwe or any other country, or company that accepts Bitcoin as form of payment. Okay, but in the event that, let me tell you the norm. Okay, let me talk about the norm that happens. And me being in Zimbabwe and other people in Zimbabwe, so this is not what happens. What happens is that you say you have got your USD cash, or you've got your Naira, Rands, or whatever. You go to the bank, okay, you deposit your money, or you put your money in your plastic card. Remember our earlier session, we were actually talking about plastic card or bank cards. You go to a website that sells Bitcoin, and then you say, I want to buy Bitcoins. Okay, let me just draw my drawings nicely. Okay, and then you go to a website, and then you say you want to buy Bitcoins. Okay, so the money is going to be deducted from your bank card, from your bank, and then the Bitcoins are going to be sent into your wallet. Okay, remember the wallet, the blockchain wallet. Okay, and then when you want to sell your Bitcoin, let's say you want cash, you can actually go to the to the same wallet, and then you say, I want to sell my Bitcoin to the website. and then the website is going to send the money to your bank, and then you can actually access your money from the bank. However, it's a different case in Zimbabwe. Why? Because the connection between most websites and the bank here is not there. Probably is because there is sanctions or any other business says that I think it has to do with sanctions actually. So there is no connection. However, the people in Zimbabwe, what they do is that they do what is known as P2P. Okay, I would say peer to peer. I've done a video at length that explains this. What how it works is that this is Kuda and this is James. Kuda says I'm selling Bitcoin, and then James says, yes, I want to buy your Bitcoin, Kuda. And then Kuda can actually meet up with James. Kuda gives James, Kuda sends the Bitcoin to James, and then James gives him cash. Okay, so if you have to do this, make sure you do it with people you like, okay, people that you know, and people that you trust. Okay, I want to emphasize on this one. Make sure you do this. I'll tell you some stories. One of the incidents, someone actually went to do a one-on-one exchange, and then he had cash with him, and then he was actually robbed that money. And then some cases whereby you send eco cash or zip it, and then you never receive your money. But basically, that's what is happening right now. And there are so many communities. There are Bitcoin WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups about Bitcoin that you can actually engage with people. Um, so I also want to cover on I also want to cover on the advantages of using Bitcoin. In as much as it is being told, said, and things like that, there are some advantages of using Bitcoin. Number one, there is a global community. I mean, think of the whole world using a currency that they all understand. I mean, if someone's telling you about Kenyan shillings right now, you may start to wonder, okay, how much is a Kenyan shilling and things like that. But when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, almost you can find any person in any country who understands Bitcoin. And then it's actually permissionless. Right now, if you need to, let's say you have a bank account, you just receive 1 million in your bank account. I'm sure the authorities or the reserve banks are gonna get in touch with you. What have you been up to? We just realized that you received 1 million USD. Where did that money come from? Or if you have 1 million cash and then you want to use the bank to send it out, you may have to apply what types of deals are you doing, what is the sort of return on investment this money is going out, and things like that. But when it comes to cryptocurrencies, you don't ask for permission from anyone to send your money. You can send as much money as you want anywhere in the world, okay, and you can keep as much money in your account as you want. So if you want to look at the processes of again, the advantage here is that there's a bit of privacy. When you're talking of privacy, I mean, when you created your Bitcoin account, when you're creating Bitcoins, you don't, your Bitcoin account is not associated with your ID, your government ID, like your passport, your ID, your license, and things like that. So this is when you realize that most websites that deals with Bitcoin, you may not be asked for an ID. Okay, you can just create an account, start using their services, send money, receive money, send money, receive money without. So a lot of people, they prefer that privacy. They want freedom with their money. This is my money. I do what I want with it, and things like that. And then some of the people, they're using cryptocurrencies as a store of value. Um, in the event that in Zimbabwe, when people make money, a lot of people buy properties. Okay, they buy properties as a store of value. A few people now are taking money to the bank. So some people are using Bitcoin as a store of value. Remember when we did our example when we sent $10 and then there was $10.01. It is predicted that it is believed that Bitcoin price is ever going up, and uh, that's why some people are just keeping Bitcoin as a store of value. Now, we don't want to look at the advantages of just using Bitcoin, but we also want to look at um, the disadvantages of using Bitcoin. Number one, we are looking at cybercrime. There's a lot of cybercrime around cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. One of them is a story of a university that I know that was hacked. Okay, this university that it was hacked. Okay, it was hacked, and then the hacker went into their system, and then there was a message that popped up that says, "If you want to get your system back, send me Bitcoin." Okay, so what it simply means is that probably the person you're sending Bitcoin is next door who has hacked your system. So if you send them Bitcoins, it simply means that they've actually done cyber crime. And think of other things like drugs, like money laundering. Quite a number of things can be done around crime with cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. And then this community is a bit small. I mean, if you want to look at the global scale, the adoption of Bitcoin is really a small community. That is another disadvantage. So, but it is growing. So the smaller the community, it simply means the understanding or the education of Bitcoin within people is less. I guess it's just the era that we are in, that we are moving from using paper money into using cryptocurrencies. Okay, now not many financial institutes approves Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies as the form of payment. I mean, the reason why I'll tell you that any government or any financial institutes to accept Bitcoin as a currency, it's really difficult because number one, remember the fees, okay? The fees that I spoke about, the miners fees, that those fees, instead of it going to the financial institutes, it goes to the miners, it goes to the people. So the financial institutes cannot be able to track or get some of that money to come their way. So there's quite a lot of factors to why financial institutions may not easily accept the use of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies as a legal tender. There's quite a lot of factors that comes into that, and again, it is another disadvantage. So there's so many disadvantages that I can go on and on and on and on and on and speak about, but those are the ones that I just wanted to share in this video so that you can actually learn on those ones, and then you can actually explore and research more on that. At the beginning of this session, I've promised you to give you access to my training course, and they have it. The website is called internetproclub.com/steps. So if you get to that website, this is what you see. Ever thought of starting an online business and things like that? So this course basically covers all the things that you need to do in order to start an online business. I've actually created this course with most people that are struggling out there that needs to start something on the internet and get some money. So all you have to do is to enter your email address, and then you just hit send, and then we're going to send you an email, and then you can start learning right away. So I guess I have actually covered all the things that you wanted to know about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So I would love to connect with you. I'm going to add links below this video. One, I'm going to add links to the training course. I'm going to add links to where you can actually ask me some questions. Our community, I engage there a lot. I may have missed some of these important things that are, or some of your important questions in this session. I know this session was really packed with a lot of information. So let's connect, and then I'll be happy to answer your questions. With that being said, if you love this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others, and thank you very much for being here. And bye for now.